I'm the boogeyman, I'm a killer clown. Walk a green mile in my clothes, you'll see I'm a red balloon in the road. I'm he who walks behind the rose.
I'm very happy to be joined here today on a Friday. It's perfect for a little entertainment. I'm joined here with an Edmonton-based rapper called Poltergeist OD. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Now, I love talking to, smaller artists, trying to get their name out there. So tell me a little bit about your background and the inspiration behind your name and all that fun stuff before we get into what we're here for.
For sure. So, growing up, I was more like a metalhead, as you can probably tell. It was like metal or nothing. I was kind of like gatekeeping elitist about it. But I moved to Alberta from Newfoundland in 2008, 2007, and I met these two guys. They go by Razor Wire and Nick Obscene, and all three of us together are a group called Obscene Division, and we just started rapping one day. They got me into like darker rap, like Brother Lynch Hung, Gmo Ski, 3-6 Mafia, like horror type stuff. And I've been collecting horror movies, and I've been a huge horror fan for my whole life since I was like 6 years old. So this kind of came easy to me. Like it wasn't this big like revelation or anything. We were just kind of hanging out in a garage, and we just started rapping, and eventually started putting songs out there. Started getting some shows around Edmonton, and a fan of that hit me up, and he was putting together a Halloween documentary, like a fan made documentary about Michael Myers, and he asked me if I would like to write a song about Michael Myers for the documentary. So me thinking that's a great idea, I send that idea to one of my producers, Mock Beats, and he had the beat to me within an hour. Within an hour of that, I had the song written. I had it recorded the next week. It just came so easy. And when that got a good reception online, I was like, this might be my thing. This is my calling. So that kind of spiraled into me like rapping from the perspective of horror movie villains. And eventually I just landed on Stephen King, and I'm like, what movie do I do? And I was like, why not all of them? That's how this song kind of came together. I was just like, how many references can I pack into like 4 minutes?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And it seemed like it really just all fell together and came very naturally to you, for sure. And I think the horror genre it's such a huge genre. There's so many things to get material from for sure. And it's very unique in that way that you are taking the perspective of these horror villains. Stephen King, I think he's the king, I think, of horror novels, especially for years. And there's a ton of movie and a series based on his work. So I think that's, you have a lot of material to grab from with Stephen King. So tell me a little bit about the process of writing King, the single that we're going to be talking about, that it has been released, and kind of some key points to what inspired you to write the song.
So when I put out a single, I I usually edit the footage from the movies into a lyric video to kind of go along with my references, to kind of just like hammer in what I'm saying and like what I'm referencing. So with King, I wanted to go with the movie adaptations for that video aspect. So I wrote down all the movie adaptations that have ever been done from a Stephen King novel, and I just went from there, just started rhyming them, piecing it together like a jigsaw puzzle. And it took, oh, I want to say 2 years to write. It was a long time because like I really wanted it to be perfect. And I think what I did come out with is probably the best song I've ever done, at least so far.
Yes, I actually looked at the teaser video that you had pinned on your Instagram story, and I appreciated that you used the original Pennywise in that video, from the TV series, because I think an extremely iconic look. And I see that you also have him in the background, a little plush of him. So I think that's perfect. And Stephen King, like I said, he's such a famous writer for horror. So I think if you were, you take on this persona of writing from the perspective of horror villains, he's the perfect muse, I guess, to use. So with this song, I believe it has been released already. Where
It
can
just dropped today.
just dropped today, which is perfect. Where can people find it? And is it on really any music platform?
It's on every music platform you can imagine. If you use Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, whatever you use to stream music, just look up Poltergeist space OD. You'll find me. I really suggest new people to come and watch the video, just because there's like sentences where I reference 4 movies at once. So to watch the video and like really see it happening is, I think it's very important to the experience of what I do.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I think this is such a unique, I think you're such a unique artist in what you do with your music. And I think, horror fans are, I think, going to really love this, especially Stephen King fans like myself. So thank you so much for joining me. And I wish you the best of luck with this song and anything else that you release in the future.
Thank you so much.
I'm a kid.